Hello, everyone. Welcome to Finding Solutions Technology. Hope everyone's having a great day. So today we're going to be covering the do while loop. So the first thing you want to do is go to your package, go to New, and select Class. Once you do that, the prompt will open up, and you'll have the opportunity to click in your class name. Once you click in the class name of your choice, just go ahead and click Finish, and then you'll get a class file like such. I won't be doing that because I've already created a class for you guys. All right, so before we get into the actual execution of the do while loop, let's just talk about the demo, the definition. Sorry about that. So do while is a type of loop in Java that will iterate over the program at least once. Do while loops are not fixed and will continue to execute or exit the execution based on if the condition has been met. So, in other words, the do while loop will always execute that code block first, which is right under the do, and then while is the condition where it will be checking to see if it's true or false. Now, if the condition is true, it will continue to execute that block of code. If the condition is false, it will exit that loop or that block of code. All right. So the first thing we want to do here is create a main method. You can do so by just typing main and then Control Shift and then enter, and then you'll get the syntax there. Now with all loops, you want to create your initialization. So you want to just type in your data type and then your variable and then the value your variable will be holding. And then we're just going to say do, and these are do is a keyword, and then we want to enter our brackets. So for demo purposes, let's just put a simple block of code here saying this code has executed. All right. So then the next thing we want to do is some space, and we want to type in the next keyword, which is while. Here's is where our condition is going to be entered. So let's just say I is equal to 0. So in this situation here, right, it's going to execute this code at least once, and then it's going to check and see if I is equal to 0 or if 0 is equal to 0. So let's go ahead and run that. Yes, I is always going to be equal to 0. So you will see this is going to be an infinite loop. It will never stop executing. You'll have to manually, in Eclipse, click on terminate, and then it will exit the execution here. Right? Now, let's say if we add if we give I the value of 1, what do you think will happen? Is this true or is it false? The I is 1, so I will never be equal to 0. So this execution should only go once. Let's test it out. So it only executed once because I will never, or 1 will never be equal to 0. Let's try a different type of condition. So let's say I is back to 0, and let's say, what if we increment I? And then what we'll do is put a sys out here to see what the value is after execution. So we'll put the value of I here, but the closing bracket here. So what do you think will happen? So I starts off at 0. This will execute once no matter what. And then we increment the value of I by 1. So now I is 1. Will 1 be, is 1 equal to 0? No, so we should only see this is executed once again. And see the value 1 after it's been incremented is printed here. Okay, now let's try another situation. Let's say I is less than or equal to 2. How many times do you think this will execute? And what do you think the value of I will be at the end of execution? So I is 0 here. This will always print once. I is incremented now. Now I is 1. Is 1 less than equal to 2? Yes. So it's going to print out this. It's going to execute this block of code again, twice. And then it's going to check the condition again and say it's going to increment first, actually. So first I was 1. Now I is going to be 2. And now is 2 less than or equal to 2? The answer is yes. So it's going to print out a third time. And then now the value of I should be equal to 2. And then it's going to check, it's going to execute this again. So we're going to have 3 of these, and then it's going to increment I again before the check. So now it's going to say I is 3. Is 3 less than or equal to 2? No, it's going to put the value of 3 here and never execute this loop again because the condition is no longer true. So let's test that theory. Correct. So we get 3 executions and the value of I is now 3. So guys, play around with this, do it yourself. Check the conditions, increment, de-increment, and just see what you get. The best way to learn Java, especially loops, is to do a bunch of trial and error. I just wanted to give you guys some of the foundation here, background. If you have questions, or if you want me to do more loops or more sophisticated loops, just leave a comment below. Please like the video and look out for more to come. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you later.